I am the Lord of Darkness. I require the solace of the shadows and the dark of the night. Sunshine is my destroyer. All this shall change.
Hello everyone, welcome again to one more episode of Motion Picture Meltdown. Joining me today is my faithful co-hosts, Mark the Shark Hinton.
Hi.
And returning full-time, Phil the Kill Collins.
Phil the Kill.
The kill.
Yeah.
For the kill.
He kills sharks.
I'm coming in for the kill.
Yep. Philip has decided to return to Motion Picture Meltdown after a long hiatus.
Nope. No hiatus. Indefinite hiatus.
Yeah.
An indefinite leave of absence.
He had to go to rehab. He Robert Downey Jr.'d his way out of Motion Picture Meltdown, and now he's back.
And I make $35 million a movie now.
A podcast.
Also similar to Robert Downey Jr.
You make $35 million a podcast. Mark, why don't you go ahead and tell all 1.5 of our faithful listeners what movies we're podcasting today?
We are podcasting 2 movies. One is Dungeonmaster.
Or Rage War.
Or Rage War, yeah, because it apparently has 2 names, because it sucked so much they had to sneak it in there twice. And it has nothing to do with any fucking dungeons.
There's
and
no
rage. There's no war. Alright?
So,
and we are also podcasting a childhood favorite of mine and Philip's Nightmare Fuel, Legend.
Let's go ahead and start with Rage Master Dungeon War. Directed by Dave Allen, Charles Band, and like 5 more directors, because
Infinity directors.
they decided that for some reason this movie needed 7 directors.
Well, probably what happened was, as they were going, one would be like, fuck this, I don't want to do this movie, and so they had to just continue on with a new person. It was that bad.
No, there's no need for that.
Yeah, I don't know, but the director of the main movie directed Puppet Master 2.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's the biggest. It's the biggest thing he's fucking ever done.
Is that?
God, I love the Puppet Master movies, though. They're so shitty.
It stars
2.9 rating.
stars Jeffrey Byron, who, as we looked up earlier, his biggest achievement up to date was the test administrator in the new Star Trek movie. So he was in it for probably 3.2 seconds.
Test Administrator 2.
Right.
Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
No.
How did he weasel his way into that role?
I don't know.
He probably walked in and they were like, "So who are you?" "I was a fucking Dungeon Master." They're like, "Well, you're on." "My Captain
You
Kirk?"
mean Rage War, right?
Oh yeah, I saw Rage War.
You mean Rage War?
Doesn't that have the guy in it that plays Bull from Night Court?
It totally does too. And he plays Mestima, right?
Yeah, Cleveland Steamer.
Cleveland Mestima. And he's just fucking awful.
He's supposed to be the devil.
Yeah.
He's Beelzebub or Satan or none of those
Belial.
things.
Yeah, an evil wizard.
He's supposed to be an awful wizard or an evil wizard, and he's got the evil wizard cloak with the giant Dracula wing on it and stuff, and he's got an awesome fucking sweet mullet.
Right.
And dollar store claws.
The basis of the movie is like this. Not even that smart of a genius guy. Like, he's just a normal computer
He just has
programmer.
a pretty awesome computer for 1983 or whatever it was.
And somehow he gets sucked into this alternate reality where Mestima wants to fight him because he sees him as a worthy adversary.
Worthy opponent.
Because he has magic machines.
Oh, yeah. That's what he refers to his computer as, a magic machine. It's clearly just a normal machine.
Now you have all power centered on you. You may call on your machines. Your magic machines.
My magic 1983
IBM
processor.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Just,
Microsoft Sam voice.
Yeah, it's just fucking terrible.
I'm gonna give this movie 1 thumbs up right now, though, because it was PG-13 in 1984, and there's titties through the whole thing.
I only saw 1 pair of titties.
It doesn't matter, that's enough. It's more
They
than
were
enough
nice
titties.
Basically, what happened was Mark started watching it, saw some titties, and then he blacked out, and he just saw titties for the rest of the
Pretty
movie.
much, I was dead.
Well, even the main character in this movie is a super chode because he gets his computer, which he's programmed to do everything for him. Even like he proposes to this chick, but he doesn't do it until he consults with his machine.
We're acting really strange.
Gwen, let's get married.
What?
Let's get married. Look, it'll be perfect. I talked it over with Cal. It all adds up.
Yeah, it all adds up. Give me a break. You don't ask your fucking computer if you can get married to your girlfriend.
Asking a magic 8-ball. Shake that bitch up.
Yeah, I always
Answer
do.
not clear. Ask again later.
Hey, computer, should I get married? You could always jerk off instead.
I would
In
think that the
20 years,
computer
you
would
will be
say-
able to download porn, fuck women.
Yeah. Instead of marrying her, fight Bull from Night Court. Like,
So stupid.
and you can tell that there's like 7 different directors because he has to go through like 7 different tests or something like that.
Challenges.
Yeah, and these challenges set up by Mystima, and like one of them he has to fight this giant, stupid-looking rock golem. He fights for like 12 seconds and beats it.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, these
Not
challenges
all of those
can't be
battles
too
last
hard.
that long.
Yeah, it was all, and the thing looked like Play-Doh.
You know,
yeah, and
was-
it gets up like an old man. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I gotta drink blue juice and eat cream of wheat.
obviously
Shoot this
formidable.
laser out of the movie on my forehead.
Which, by the way, is that's the solution to everything in this movie. If you shoot a laser at anything, you will win. You win. Shoot a laser.
Yeah,
all this
everybody
is.
shoots lasers because like they give computer programmer guy has his fighting
Power glove.
costume that Bull from Night Court gives him by shooting magical clothes
Hey,
changing
he's
lasers at him.
fucking Nintendo Power Glove.
Yeah, he's got a power glove that's like velcroed onto his arm and shit. And it has like 6 buttons, but it can do anything.
Unlock police car doors.
Right, and fucking handcuffs and shoot lasers.
Well, one of the things he does is he goes to the underworld and he talks to this really shitty puppet.
Oh yeah, with, like only the corner of its mouth move. It's like the fucking Muppet had a stroke.
Bell's palsy Muppet. Or
Yeah.
Jim Ross.
Jim Ross.
Muppet.
That's gonna be a slobber knocker.
Yeah. It's like they half-ass this puppet. Just make the entire
On
mouth move.
purpose. Yeah, exactly. Just how hard is it to make a puppet where the whole mouth moves?
Just half the mouth.
Jim Henson did that shit with 2 socks and some glue-on plastic doll
And it
eyes.
looks better.
Yep.
Now, but the thing is this thing was supposed to... It was like 1.5 tall, and it was supposed to be the
Just
harbinger
not
of
scary.
death.
It's
Yeah.
not scary at all.
And I don't even remember its name, but the guy called it Spit Rat. And then this kind of... If you watch Mythbusters, this is kind of a line you're used to.
That thing is only a culmination of future possibilities.
In a future reality, I shall destroy you.
I reject your reality and I substitute my own.
Yeah, well... Could you even understand what that stupid thing was trying...
No, because only the corner of its fucking mouth moved.
Right,
It
I
had a
understand, but
stroke.
if you're gonna make a demon voice, make it audible. Make it just sound like...
Spit rat.
The guy's just like, what the fuck is he saying?
Yeah. It's like, fuck. And then the demon makes like shitty fucking crap
Zombies.
half-ass zombies attack him that kind of look like.
Well, and then he tried to make this zombie that was supposed to be his destiny fight him. He was like, this is your destiny. And it was supposed to be him as a zombie.
Yeah.
But it was clearly like 4 inches taller than him.
We all know that when you die, you automatically grow an additional 5 inches.
Right,
least.
of course. So, and the acting was just super fucking shitty. No wonder that Byron dude really has not done anything, because after this first encounter, he like comes out yelling.
Where is she? Where's Gwen?
Trust me.
Yeah, well, I don't think so, Mystima.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Trust me, I only kidnapped you and your girlfriend.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, just obviously trust me.
I'm not gonna.
No.
I don't want to.
Yeah,
You're a big stupid head. I don't like you, bull.
yeah, yeah. And they start arguing about. Then they start arguing about music, and the fucking Mystima sends him to fight the '80s band Wasp.
Why?
Fuck if I know. Like they're sitting there
Because
singing.
obviously the 80s band Wasp is a formidable, like, battling enemy.
Yeah.
Or they're just an 80s band.
Like, I would be way more scared if you, like, sent my girlfriend to be chained up by Alice Cooper or something.
Right.
I wouldn't fight Alice.
No, fuck no.
War.
No, hell no. But Wasp, I'd kick every one of their asses. And all he does is play, like, a sonic note on his power glove, and they all just explode and disappear.
Which by far is the best thing that could have ever happened to Wasp, is to be disintegrated by a Nintendo Power Glove.
It's just all sorts of fucking awful. And then they go into some stupid Road Warrior. Like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. And we didn't even talk about the fact...
Ice cave.
Yeah, the ice cave filled with Wolfman.
Basically, it was just a wax museum because they weren't even all evil. Like fucking Albert Einstein was in it.
Yeah, and then Jack the Ripper and
Leonardo DiCaprio
and Samurai Genghis Khan.
Yeah. What else was there?
Mother Teresa, Princess Di.
Just making things up.
Just saying shit now. Yeah. Banana hammock. Yeah. And then fucking Albert Einstein's holding like one of those grow-a-rock things in his hand, in his waxy Albert Einstein-y hand, and they take the ice crystal thing out of his hand and throw it on the ground, and it freezes all of them back into their wax museum-y status again.
Yeah, it looked like a glowworm.
A glowworm. Ooh, gotta remember those.
Yeah, or like one of those boobas.
Ooh. Just fucking miniature Hellraiser.
They are. Like, those are so ugly.
Yeah, they look like uncircumcised penises.
With bumps all with herpes.
Uncircumcised British herpes penises.
Yep.
Well,
British people don't like macaroni and cheese, so fuck them.
Macaroni and cheese, fuck them.
Fuck them. But yeah, there's really nobody else that's noticeable in this movie aside from Wasp and Richard Mole. But
no, you don't call him that. It's Bull from Night Court.
Okay.
Nobody knows who's Richard Mole. Bull from Night Court? Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I remember Bull from Night Court. But needless to say, he defeats Mistima rather easily with his, apparently his Gumby costume.
Oh, yeah.
Because when he gets arrested by the cops...
The cops are like, you're wearing a Gumby?
He's wearing this gray suit that looks like a fucking Nerf pad.
You look in American Gladiators.
Yeah, it looks like American Gladiators. And then pick him up and they're like, what are you supposed to be in that costume, Gumby? Like, he's fucking gray, and he looks like...
Well, it was written by the guy who wrote Evil Bong 2. And Leprechaun, Leaping Leprechauns.
Yeah.
And Demonic Toys. That movie's ass.
Oh, yeah, and one of the directors of it, Ted Nicolau, was actually a guy that he directed a whole bunch of vampire movies for Full Moon Productions, which put out the Puppet Master movies, and they're called Subspecies, which actually they're on that list there you're looking at.
Awful.
Yeah, and I love the Subspecies movies, but they're shitty.
Yeah, there's really not a whole lot else to talk about with Dungeonmaster other than that.
It has nothing to do with dungeons.
The only war that this movie had was the war it took to get my fucking Xbox to play it.
Yeah, because
my Xbox was like, no internet.
Oh,
You've played this.
Netflix? No.
You've played this movie 3 times on me, and that is enough. That is enough, Steven.
You've watched it 3 times?
Yeah.
God damn it, no wonder you kept falling asleep. You actually weren't falling asleep, you were dying.
Yeah,
literally dying.
And I tried playing it for Brandy the other day, and she, like, every 30 seconds, like, you know how when you get bored with a movie, you're just like, oh, is this over? Now, Brandy every 30 seconds was like, is this over yet? How long does this have left? And I'd be like, it's not long, and then she'd look at it and be like, it's just 45 minutes left.
It's just 45 minutes too many.
Yeah, it was just fucking, she couldn't sit through it. I don't blame her in the least. But
I want that power glove.
But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. Phil, what did you think of that movie?
Well, I learned that it doesn't matter how much magic you have. If as long as you have a laser, you can. It doesn't matter. Laser beat. It's like paper, rock, scissors, magic, laser, and no, those are the only 2. And laser always wins.
And the entire fact that, if you notice, he kills Satan.
Yeah. By choking him out.
And throwing him into a pit of lava.
Why?
He's from hell.
I know. He created the pit of lava.
It is. It's
so stupid.
Yeah.
He basically sent him back to his room, is what he did. Go to your room, Satan.
Well,
Mistima, Satan.
I wanted to go to my
Bull
room
from
anyway.
Night Court.
You want to go to your room anyway? Like, fuck this. No, but the thing is he how many people could beat the shit out of Satan if that one computer programmer could beat Satan?
Can you imagine how much
at all?
Can you imagine how much easier End of Days would have been for Arnold Schwarzenegger if he would have had a power glove?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
just his lasers against. Whoever.
But he was fighting Gabriel Byrne, Satan, not Bull from Night Court.
Yeah, he was fighting punch my fist through your entire head, Satan.
Yeah.
God, what a brutal part in that movie.
But we're gonna go ahead and move on to 1985 Ridley Scott's Legend, starring Tom Cruise, who's not a shitty actor, Mark.
Tank Cruise.
Tank Cruise.
And he is a shitty actor.
Not a shitty actor, Mark.
Well, I don't fucking impress you.
Mia Sara and the ever awesome Tim Curry
as Darkness.
Yeah, he is
as Philip's nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Philip, he's been telling me this since I've known him. Like, he has talked about how the scariest thing in the world is Darkness from Legend since he was a little kid. Like, what did Darkness do to you in your dreams, Philip?
Nothing. He was just there and being giant and scary as fuck.
Show me on the doll where Darkness touched you.
Was Darkness just butt raping you with his horns?
With his crazy fucking... Ooh, those horns.
Oh, God.
Those goddamn horns. Oh, my goodness.
Awful.
But, I mean, it's a really dark movie, but it's also super gay.
Oh, it's filled with faggotry.
There's
bubbles everywhere.
But throughout the whole movie,
only
bubbles and glitter.
Yes.
Bubbles and glitter. It's like a permanent gay bar.
Yeah, like...
Lisa Frank's imagination.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Lisa Frank. It doesn't make any sense because they'll be in the fucking middle of a snowy cavern with a bunch of elves, and then there's just bubbles.
Why?
Well, what the fuck are the bubbles doing there?
Yeah, who sat there on the set on acid going, dude, do you know what we need in this movie?
You know what?
Bubbles.
You know what are really magical? Bubbles. It's right in the bubble magic. It's right there in the name.
Bubble magic. No, but basically the premise of the movie is Tom Cruise is this. I don't even know. He is human.
Yeah, he's in Britain. They have a legend called the Green Man, and basically it's like a forest dwelling guy.
He's like Peter Pan. He's basically Peter Pan, but he doesn't fly. He's like a monkey.
Talks to animals. He's like Dr. Dolittle with a thong.
Yeah, he does wear a thong and chainmail.
Why? Oh, I've got this chainmail to protect my upper body, but I like a light breeze down there.
The writer of Legend didn't really do a whole lot. His name was William Hjortsberg.
Hjortsberg.
Sounds like the Swedish chef again.
Put the turkey in the oven.
But directed by Ridley Scott, obviously. I mean, really famous director. Gladiator, Alien, Black Hawk Down. I mean, pretty much you can't...
If it won an Oscar...
and had Denzel Washington into it.
He did it.
Yeah, Blade Runner, American Gangster,
upcoming
Thelma and Louise,
yeah.
Prometheus, which is coming out soon.
The most boring movie ever made, Body of Lies.
I didn't see Robin Hood, but Matchstick Man. I mean, he's just chock filled with badass fucking movies.
Yeah.
Tim Curry, if you don't know Tim Curry, he's the guy that ate Ernie Hudson's sesame cake in Kong. But he also plays. That's his more known part.
Right, he's never eating Ernie Hudson's sesame cake.
But he also plays the clown from It.
It himself.
And
the concierge,
Dr. Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, he voices tons and tons and tons of cartoons. I mean, he did. His most recent big one was, I guess, Nigel Thornberry from Nickelodeon's Wild Thornberries. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's really creepy. I mean, he really is. Everything that he does is just straight creeper.
He's got a really creepy face.
He has a rapey face. Yeah, the
he's
fucking
awesome.
mustache.
I love Tim Curry. I mean, he's really
Except
kind of
for he haunts
fallen
my
off.
dreams.
Yeah, he's fallen off the map now. He hasn't done a whole lot, but I mean, as long as he's raping Philip in his dreams, I'm okay with this man.
Yeah.
You know?
Gross, not raping me.
Pounding. Look, you know what? See what Philip's not telling us is that he's being Eiffel Towered by Tim Curry as Darkness and Pennywise at the same time. Just plowing it. Philip's just like, I don't like movies anymore.
Tim Curry's just his worst thing ever.
Is there anything even scarier than the movie It?
So anyway, back to
Excuse me.
back to the plot of the movie. Tom Cruise's character Jack is in love with this princess that you don't really have any backstory on the princess whatsoever.
She just kind of pops up in the woods
Yeah,
and says, "Teach me how to speak to animals, you dirty bitch."
Right. And so, and she really wants him to show her magic, and so he breaks forest law, I guess, and shows her these unicorns, which apparently the unicorns are the power that keeps Tim Curry away from Philip's dreams.
And they're the last two. So they're like the panda bears of the fantasy world. They won't fuck to save their own species.
Right. Too damn lazy. And also it's just dangerous.
Well, plus, I mean, but you know what? They said it's a male and a female. Obviously, unicorns are really gay. So that's why they won't fuck.
Right, they could procreate if they were just two
Not
dudes
gay,
or two
yeah.
girls.
And Darkness kind of sends these goblins after the unicorns, which actually the goblins are like my favorite creatures in the movie.
They're so scary looking.
Besides like the witch. The witch is just creepy.
Oh, Meg Mucklebones?
Yeah. But the goblins are just awesome, and I love their voices.
Hark! Mortal world turned to ice. Here be goblin paradise.
Like I love any of those fantasy voices where it sounds like there's more than one voice.
It's scary.
At the same time, because it's like the
Shit sounds like
Mongolian
that old
monks.
fucking Van Halen song.
Yeah. No, it's awesome, and the goblins are really... Everything is just made up so well in this movie. The elves and the goblins and the witch and Darkness, everything just looks great.
The prosthetics, the makeup, it's all awesome. It even stands up today. You could look at that thing now and be like, dude, you can't tell that this movie was made almost 30 years
Oh, no
ago.
way. Especially, like, even with the DVD, I'm, like, scared to watch the Blu-ray version just because of how awesome it'll look, you know?
This Tim Curry would probably literally be in your living room.
Yeah,
Right.
And then, well, how would you feel about that, Philip?
No.
You just jump out the fucking window.
Yeah. Philip on
I'm a
acid
moving car.
watching Legend is going to be the best thing we could ever make happen.
Shouldn't do that.
So the goblin poisons the unicorn and...
Cut its horn off.
cuts his horn off,
Unicorn.
and therefore it becomes a unicob.
Eunuch nub.
And Jack gets just bitched out by the forest folk, like the fairies and the
Gump,
elves.
and not the Forest Gump. But actually, he is the Forest Gump.
Right. And he's played by
snap.
David Bennett, and Mark said that he's dead,
I think he's dead.
but I don't think he is dead.
I think he's fucking dead.
There's no death.
Well,
Yep,
then,
still alive.
He's definitely still alive. But he's this full-grown adult that plays a tiny little wizard that looks just like Frankie Muniz, by the
yeah,
way.
he does. Like, if they remake this movie, that's going to be Frankie Muniz's role.
Yeah, if he's not too busy drinking and driving.
Yeah.
Also not too busy being Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh,
But-
and there are lots of midgets in this movie, of which
tons.
all of them are in Willow.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Billy Barty's in this.
Yeah.
Who he was in, what was he in?
Masters of the Universe.
Masters of the Universe. Playing
Gwildor!
Oh,
It was
fuck
a
you,
great time to be a
Gwildor.
midget.
Yeah, it was the best time to be a
In show
midget.
business.
I'm sure he's probably in one of those Hulk Hogan movies we watched too.
Yeah, probably.
But like this Gump, the elf, just gets fucking raged hard on whenever he gets when he finds out that Jack lets her touch the unicorn. I mean, he flips the fuck out on him, and he's like, all of a sudden he's real nice to him.
It's like you stole his stapler.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he just like goes nuts on him and gives Jack an ultimatum.
But answer me this riddle, and all will be forgiven.
And if I cannot?
Why, Jack, then 'tis your death song I'll be playing.
So he's like, either you answer this riddle or I'm going to play this death song and
Kill the shit out of you.
kill the fuck out of you.
While there are bubbles and glitter everywhere.
Did you see that his face though when he was doing that? When he finds out, it's like crazy.
Yeah.
He has murder in his eyes.
That midget fuck meant it.
Yeah. But so basically they go off to find the princess and guard the other unicorns so no goblin fucks,
Kill it.
And Darkness now has the princess, and Jack and his thong are off to save it. And really Tom Cruise doesn't talk much in this movie, I noticed. Like he has some lines, but he's very quiet.
Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of dialogue. It was one of his first movies.
Yeah.
It was one of his very first movies. And he's kind of weird looking in it too, because he's like 20 in that movie.
He has giant teeth.
Yeah, and he's fucking but his head still hasn't grown into his fucking teeth.
Yeah. like Haley Joel Osment or whatever.
Ooh.
Motherfucker's face has never grown up.
No.
No, he has baby. Ew. So nasty.
He has baby face in his adult head.
There's like the rest of his head grew, but his face is still this big, so it looks like a cookie.
Yeah. It's fucking terrible. But, so Darkness actually ends up kidnapping the princess, and he's like, "Oh, fuck me," basically. And he's telling her about how, like, they're the perfect mates for each other. And she's like this tiny little princess human, and he's like this 19-foot tall demon
with a fucking horse cock. You know that son of a bitch is swinging. Just, wah!
Right, and he's like...
slapping his legs, sticking to his ankle and shit.
And he's like, "We're the perfect mates. And we can tell we're already mated on the inside." And she's just like, "Never! No!" And they never really explained whether she was actually starting to turn evil or whether or not she was just playing it on him. But she plays around like she actually wants the unicorn dead so that Darkness can fully rise.
Yeah, because
and
apparently it causes permanent darkness if you kill really gay unicorns.
Right.
Well,
I mean, it would.
Don't do it.
And Tim Curry just blows his load at the thought
He's
of her
so
doing.
glad.
Big horse cock demon.
I mean,
load.
you could just hear him just blow it everywhere.
I will stay here with you as you wish. But on one condition.
Anything.
I want to kill the unicorn.
That sounds seriously like some of the like Q-Mauve black on blonde porns that I've watched.
It's so scary.
Like, I'm not even kidding.
Just,
Oh my god.
he just super soaked.
Soak that hell.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh, God.
Just
Oh,
awful.
Fire hydrant dick.
Like, it's just so bad. Like, I don't know why he gets so aroused by just the mere thought that she wants to kill this unicorn.
Yeah, it's not just his. He's making those voice like all those crazy. I just blew my load voice, but it's on his face too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's just a 20-second clip of him just like jizzing himself.
You know, Jack, after killing some trolls and stuff, breaks into the party and has a giant sword fight with Darkness.
Darkness.
And yeah, twin brother Darkness.
Darkness is!
And there's this giant tree that has this opening in it, and Darkness is like clawing to the side of it after Jack like shoots it. Or the elf shoots an arrow into Darkness's neck, right? Mm-hmm. And he's holding onto the sides of this tree as if not to fall into space.
Yeah, because somehow Darkness doesn't live in hell, where you think a big giant devil would. He lives inside of a tree that's in a swamp that's also somehow connected to outer space.
Yes.
Right.
Perfect.
Which, I mean, it makes perfect sense. I know now that if I just want to go to outer space, I'm just going to go find a great big tree in Louisiana in the swamps.
Well, and the funny thing is when Darkness is holding onto this tree, and he's like, "Oh, what is light without darkness? Who are you without me?" or whatever. Tom Cruise runs up with a sword and hits him in the arm, but it doesn't cut the arm off or anything. It's like he just hits him.
It just like loosened his grip slightly.
It's like he hits it with the broadside of the sword, as if the Darkness just like, "Ow, that really hurts," and then he just lets go.
That's almost as bad as stubbing my toe.
And then he falls into space.
And flips forever. He's still flipping.
He's like Darth Maul when he falls down that chute.
Yeah. God. I mean, I love the movie Legend. I absolutely love it. It's probably one of my favorite movies ever, but it is seriously super duper ultra 80s fantasy gay. I mean, it is straight up out of, as Philip said, out of the imagination of Lisa Frank.
Oh yeah, and like even the end of it, even in the end of it, Tom Cruise is like prancing into the dark or into the sunset.
literally prancing.
Yeah.
Thong flapping everywhere, just going, and ooh. It's super de-duper gay.
Yeah, and there's tons of midgets. I mean, there's tons. There's like 100 midgets in this movie.
Lots of midgets, lots of bubbles, lots of glitters, unicorns.
No dragons.
There is no metal in this movie at all.
Except for Tim Curry.
Except for Tim Curry. They show him and you just hear Slayer play when you see Tim Curry.
Yeah. But that's really all, we have to say about it. I'd totally suggest Legend.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Legend, go watch Legend. It's super good.
Basically, yeah.
Especially through 4.
Yeah.
Then we'll fucking give you 9 terrors for the rest of your life.
I'm fucking glad. I'm glad that Philip's getting just Eiffel Towered by Pennywise and darkness.
That's so gross.
As far as Dungeonmaster goes, I don't think either of us, or any of us, suggest that.
No.
No, you just need to watch it to watch Wasp die.
Listen, just fast forward to the part with Wasp, and maybe go find that quote about the... Well, you heard the quote.
Yeah, actually, you fuck it, don't watch it.
Don't watch that.
And that's pretty much all the time we've got today. Joining me once again, Mark the Shark Hitman, Bill Collins, Motion Genesis, and Rose Rosenberg.